I want to go through 8 of my most unique EDC flashlights, and I'm going to start from the left here. This is the Wuben XO, and it comes in all different types of materials. You can get it in titanium, you can get it in brass like I've got here, you can get it in aluminum, you can also get it anodized in micro arc oxidation or just normal anodization. So quite a few different choices. You've also got 2 different LED choices, but the fascinating thing about this light is that it just doesn't look anything like your traditional flashlight. It looks like it's out of a science fiction movie or something like that, like a stim pack or who knows. It's got this nice little bezel here, kind of this steampunk look to it. Okay, charging port, USB-C charging port. Doesn't produce a huge amount of light. Okay, I think on the P9 version you get 900 or 1200 lumens, which is still pretty decent. Okay, on the turbo. You've also got this section here at the bottom that you can unscrew, get into the 18650 cell and replace it if you need to. So it is a bit of future proofing there, which I really like. But it's heavy, it's cool, it looks different, and love this thing. So, thought I'd mention as well, there are some tritium areas here, so you can basically slots, you can just put in some glow tubes or some tritium slots. Yeah, just love the design. Anyway, let's move on, and we've got Wuben again, and this is another part of the X series, and this one here is the X2, produces over 2000 lumens. It's got 3 P9 LEDs, and it's surprisingly light for what it is. And the great thing is that it comes in this sort of rectangular format, so you can fit 2 14500 cells in here, so provides extra runtime, but you can slip that in your pocket, and it actually feels more comfortable than even the X Zero or even one of these in your pocket. So surprising new design. I haven't seen this one being utilized by many other companies out there. And again, you've got those same almost tiny little slots here and interesting cutouts. There are no sharp edges on the light though. It does come with a little red filter as well if you want to generate red light from this torch. You can also charge it. There's a USB-C charging port there. Yeah, love this light. It is a great little EDC and it looks different. Coming up next is the Wuben X3, and this one has so many features I don't even know where to start. It's got a glow-in-the-dark case. It's also got wireless charging, which you can activate. You can activate reverse charging on your phone or use any wireless charging device at home. It even comes with a case that you slot it in the case and it charges. There's also a couple of magnets on the tail here, so you can stick it from above or on the side. You can also rotate the head. Look at that. So you can use it as a front-facing flashlight, or you can turn it back and just clip it onto your shirt pocket. It's very light, only 70 grams as well, and comes with a 1000 milliamp hour cell. There's also a few functions in this light itself. You've got these auxiliary lights, which you can turn on and off if you want. 2 LEDs, so I've just got the left one activated. It's the main white LED, and it goes basically shows you here on this little display what mode it's on. Okay, there's a turbo mode with 700 lumens. If you press and hold, you can activate this red light mode as well. Wow, that's bright. That 80 lumen mode as well. Okay, so if you don't want to ruin your night vision, you can use this one. You should be able to recharge the X3 3 times with this case, and the case also functions as a diffuser with this little white section there like that. Okay, if you want more sort of diffused light. So many functions. I'm sure I've missed some of them out. Coming up next is the Matemenko FT01, and the beam profile on this light is really quite something. It's a combination of a throwy beam, and you also get a really large, wide spill. Okay, and yeah, it's interesting because for some they wouldn't say this is really an EDC with the larger head like that. It's almost, I mean, you could keep it up in your pocket with the head sticking out, put it in a jacket pocket, something like that. Obviously, it's not going to fit in your pocket so well as the others due to the head, but it does throw the furthest out of most of these lights. So it's actually quite impressive little thing. And of course, it is just really cool looking. It's again, looks like it's from some kind of science fiction prop, and this is not bare aluminium. There is some type of coating on the outside of it. All right, this ring is made of brass, tail switch, but very unique looking, something that's going to grab attention. Coming up next, we've got the Warrior Mini 3. This is one of my favorite tactical flashlights and EDC flashlights. I carry this on me all the time. You've got this switch on the back there. You can activate medium mode, or you can activate full turbo mode. It's also got a proximity sensor as well. So if you activate close up, it's going to turn off the light. If you activate further away and then move your hand closer, it doesn't activate the proximity sensor. There is a switch here as well on the side that you can use to turn the light on and off as well. Okay, you've also got a double-sided pocket clip. Okay, keep the light head down or head facing up. But it's just amazing. Look at the size of this light, and the long distance performance of this light is incredible as well. It's over 200 meters of throw for such a small flashlight. It does come in a couple of other colors, I think in black and green, fading to black, but I haven't seen many other flashlights out there that have this sort of dual, I guess, gradient pattern. So yeah, really good. And it also comes with magnetic charging. This comes with a proprietary battery and magnetic charging. Okay, so you never have to take the battery out of the light if you don't want to. SFT40 emitter, TIR lens, crenulated bezel. What more can you want? It's like an EDC and tactical flashlight all in one, and it's tiny. So that's one of my favorites. Coming up next, we've got the imminent LD70 Mini EDC, and this one really is the lumen king out of all these flashlights. Puts out 4,000 lumens, and it's pretty much one of the smallest ones that we have in here. Basically, you click the button. You've got this LED display here, and you can click and hold to go to the different modes. Okay, that goes up to 2,000, like that, and 4,000 lumens. Very, very impressive. The light does get pretty hot though, and you know, it just looks like this sort of cyberpunk sci-fi thing. It doesn't even look like a flashlight. A lot of people have asked me, what is it? And yeah, amazing. It's got some premium features on there. It's also got magnetic charging. So it comes with the charger. You just stick that on there and it charges. There's no way to take that battery out. As far as I know, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way perhaps to unscrew it, but it doesn't look like it. Comes with an XHP 70.2 LED, orange peel reflector. So if you really want something that puts out as much light as possible in a small package, it's probably the one to get. It also comes with a few other color options, including blue, black, and orange. Coming up next is the Workhost TS10, very popular in the flashlight community. This was designed with a lot of feedback from the Torch community. This light produces 1,400 lumens, and it's high CRI LEDs in there as well, 3 times CSP LEDs. Comes with the tail switch. It's also an Endural flashlight, so you can program it to all kinds of things. You can do whatever you want with it, depending on your needs. Yeah, tiny little flashlight. It takes a 14500 cell, okay, but of course you're going to need an external charger to charge this flashlight. There is no port on there for you to charge it with, but it's tiny. It packs a punch for its size. I mean, I really can't believe how much light this thing puts out, especially when you bring it into a dark field. Nice little pocket clip as well, dual-sided pocket clip, so you can attach that to a cap. Finally, I've got the Convoy S2 Plus, and the reason why I've chosen this one is that the S2 Plus comes in so many different flavors. You can change the LEDs to a variety of whatever you want, really. You've got throwy LEDs, you've got floody LEDs. You can even get the reflector changed from smooth to a TIR lens, to orange pill reflectors. You got here, there's different finishes on it. This one's micro arc oxidation. You get it in aluminium, you can get it in titanium, stonewash titanium, you can get it in copper. I think that's probably about it, even tail switch. So you can really make this quite a unique flashlight. And also one of the biggest factors of why I think it's unique is because it's so accessible, it's so affordable, yet it's such a high quality flashlight. And it's something I think is a staple in the flashlight community. Really recommend it if you're new and you're looking for a flashlight. The only thing that probably isn't so beginner friendly is that there's no onboard charging, so you're going to have to get an external charger and an 18650 cell, but excellent value. So we'll go to the beam shots. Let's see how all of these compare. Okay, so we're going to go through these unique EDC flashlights, and first off we're going to start with the Wuben X Zero. Okay, and I'll activate that. That's the turbo mode, and you can see here it's such a wide beam. Okay, has pretty much 180-degree beam here on the ground, so you can see well into your peripherals. And also you get this intense hotspot in the center. Okay, turn it on again, we can cycle through the different modes. Okay, it's kind of a bit tricky to see here in camera. That's There's more of a sustainable mode here, the high mode. Okay, double press and you get that turbo. You need to get about 30 seconds of that before it steps down. Okay, but you can keep reactivating it again and again if you need to. Okay. Coming up next, the Wuben X2. That's turbo. Very impressive. Look at that. Able to reach all the way down to the back of those trees as well. I mean, this thing is incredible. Produces a nice 180-degree beam as well. Very useful beam. And decent sustained output on this mode as well. Look at that, still holding. We can ramp down, just go through the different modes. Okay, there we go. That's like a high mode. Okay. The high mode is, I mean, that is excellent, really. That will just have you some sustained output. But even if you had it on the medium mode like this, absolutely fine as a walking light. Low to medium. Okay, high, turbo. Wow. I just can't believe that just a little light's producing this much output. Flat light as well, so it just, you know, somehow it feels quite nice in the hand and easy in the pocket as well. Coming up next, I've got the Wuben X3. Okay, pop it onto turbo and beautiful smooth beam, 180-degree beam as well, so you can see nicely well into your peripherals. We can also step it down and go to the 150 lumen mode, which is excellent. It's kind of like the medium mode on the X2, really. Looks quite similar, probably not as bright. Okay. Turbo, still got that boost of turbo where you need it, as you can see. What we can do, we can pop it onto that red LED mode as well. Look at that, very nice. And that's quite unique. You can have that, you can see you just having that in your shirt pocket or something like that, on a bag strap, head facing forwards. Next up, we've got the Matemenko FT01. Okay, and I'll just go through the modes. Okay, just stepping through the modes. That's one of the highest modes, and then we've got turbo mode, which is this. Okay, so kind of low 1 lumen, medium, high 2 or 4th step. Okay, and double tap and you get turbo. For a small light like this, that's really quite impressive. For a 14500 cell flashlight. Again, the head is a little bit larger, so something to keep in mind. It's not as slim as your other EDCs, but you really get so much flood with this light as well. Beautiful beam. Olight Warrior Mini 3, that's on the medium mode, and that's on the turbo mode. Probably one of the most impressive beams I've seen on a little pocket flashlight. The fact that it's able to reach those trees out in the back so easily, and the beam is just absolutely beautiful. Combination of flood and throw. It's got this sort of tactical functionality as well. Okay, medium, turbo. One of the best EDC lights if you don't mind proprietary charging. Imminent LD70, 20 lumens. Can't see. 200 lumens. 900 lumens. Look at that. 900 lumens. Okay, and you can, that's good enough already. 2000 lumens. Okay, and let's turn it off. 4000 lumens. I don't know any other flashlight of this size that can put out 4000 lumens like this and have some decent sort of sustained output. I mean, this light gets pretty hot obviously, but yeah, you're not going to be able to use it on that 4000 lumens for very long though. It's a small battery in there. The 2000 lumen mode, as you see here, 20, 200, 900, 2000 lumens. That's outrageous even for a little light like this. The Workhost TS10, and that is on the highest mode on the ramp. Okay, not turbo yet, but pretty decent as you can see. Lots of flood. You can see all into your peripherals with this light as well. It's got that triple TIR lens in there. Okay, now let's pop it onto turbo. Wow, now this thing is some serious pocket rocket, and I've also programmed it to step down at 55-60 degrees Celsius, so you do get a lot of decent sustained output. It really just depends on where you live as well. It's a little warm here in Melbourne. It's starting to get a little warmer. Okay, so when I was using this in the winter, it really surprising just how long that turbo mode would last. But look at that. This thing is amazing. You just wouldn't believe that this light would put out this many lumens. It's beyond me. Okay, it doesn't last for long. but you can reactivate it again, as you can see here. Okay. You can also go click and click hold to just make sure that it stays in the highest output, the turbo mode, and doesn't step down as much. But the light's going to get really hot, so there's no thermal regulation on that click hold mode. Okay, if you're just using it like this, it will step down, double click, then double click again. Suggest you do that, but it's kind of like a manual override really, where you click hold and it will hold. It's getting too hot now to hold. Okay, but again, awesome little pocket rocket. S2 Plus with the SFT40. Hey, look at that. Now this has some significant throw. This probably throws the furthest out of all these lights, besides the FC12 maybe. Just grab that FC12 out. FC12, Convoy S2 Plus. So look, yeah, the S. Let's have a look on this tree there. S2 Plus, Convoy S2 Plus, and here you've got the Workhost. Yeah, Workhost has a smaller hotspot, but doesn't really look significantly brighter than the S2 Plus. I think the S2 Plus is just driven better. The driver just manages to sustain the output longer. Also depends on the battery, but yeah, quite similar sort of performance from those two.